Hi there! I hope you're having a great Monday. This is Smita and today I'm watercoloring some stamped images to create this colorful card. This is a really easy way to use stamps to create something that has a real watercolor look and feel. I'm also part of a blog hub today, and if you want a chance to win some of the supplies that I'm using, head over to my blog www.smilingcolors.com. I'm using this stamp set. It's called Fabulous Florals by Avery, elle, and I will be stamping the images without an ink pad, but instead I'm using this blending palette today. For colors, I'm using Tombow's Dual brush pens today in a variety of bright colors. The only other thing you need is a paintbrush and some water. Now let's get started. The paper I'm using is a pre-cut watercolor card by Strathmore. It comes in a set of 50 cards with matching envelopes, and the paper is really thick and really nice for watercoloring. I've been using these a lot for my daily Instagram videos, and you can see them on my Instagram page at The Shiny Nest. I'm starting with this fern leaf here, and I'm scribbling some green color from the dual brush pen onto the palette. You also have the opportunity to mix colors here, and I'm adding another green shade beneath it. The Tombow Dual brush pens have tips that self-clean, so I'm not worried about staining the pens. Then I'm just smooshing the stamp onto the palette and mixing the colors a bit, and then stamping onto my paper. You want to work in small areas at a time here. Once you have stamped your image, just dampen the brush with some water and move the color pigment around. The water does all of the shading for you. There is no special way I move the brush here. Just add water to the paper. And you can see here it creates the soft green leaves. Now I'm going to stamp some flowers, and this one is a solid image here, and I'm going to use a dark pink color. I like to stamp my flowers in bunches of 3 or 5, always an odd number. When I add water here, I feel the pink is more reactive to the water. Some colors are like that. Each color moves differently with water, and if you want to, you can try the colors on a scratch piece of paper before you start the actual stamping on the card itself. If some of the stamped images overlap a bit, I do not bother masking it because it's the same color. I'm going to continue in this manner and stamp some more flowers, this time in orange. The nice thing about this technique is that you can mix the colors you are picking up onto your stamp. And this way you truly create a unique flower each time, and no two flowers ever look the same. I'm next stamping some purple flowers and then some more green leaves. For the leaves, I just place a paper towel to mask the flowers while stamping, because I don't want the green to go over a pink flower. The stamped image does not need to be exactly next to the flower, and if there's a little bit of space between the stamped image and the flower, while adding water, just bring your brush and fill in the area with the green color. Now this flower arrangement is starting to take shape, and I want to fill in all of the gaps, and I'm stamping some tiny blue flowers all around and in between the flowers, and then I'm adding some water and activating the watercolor. To add some extra depth to the flowers, I'm now picking up some of the color from the palette onto my brush directly and adding a few strokes here and there. That's the beauty of using the blending palette. The colors can be used and reused for painting. Now before I add another layer of color, I want to make sure that everything I've painted so far is dry so that the colors don't get muddy. You can of course let this air dry, but I feel that the color is already soaked into the paper, so I'm just placing a paper towel directly onto the wet card and pressing down firmly once and then lifting it off. This dries up any big spots of water we might have on the paper. For some of the flowers, I'm just going in directly with the marker itself and adding centers and then softening the marker with some water again. The best way to bring a cohesive feel to these flowers is to add a background, and I'm bringing in a new color to this card. I'm adding yellow to the blank areas between the orange flowers by scribbling some color from the dual brush pen directly onto the paper and then quickly moving the color around with some water on my brush. I similarly added some pink around the purple flowers and then some green between the leaves. Last thing, after a quick paper dry in between, I'm adding some more details using the marker side of the pens to finish off the card. Once the card was completely dry, I did go back in and add a few tiny dots of black to the card with the Tombow Mono permanent marker. And that was it. The card was done. I love how this card turned out, and yes, it is very colorful, but that is just who I am right now. If you liked this tutorial and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up or a like, and make sure to hit the subscribe button right here if you're interested in watching more videos from me. All the supplies I used today are listed in the YouTube description box below, but make sure to stop by my blog smilingcolors.com to see all of the blog hop inspiration and also a chance to win some prizes. Thank you for stopping by today, and I will leave you here with a playlist of all of my recent watercoloring videos. I hope you watch them and enjoy them. Have a great day.